Just got this box in the mail today. MTA hedge hedge trimmer attachment. We're gonna get this out of the box and try it out on this power head. Let's get into it. Here's what the box consists of. It looks like it's a two-sided hedge trimmer. It comes with a little, looks like a 38 inch extension pole. It comes with very basic instructions. This is not a name brand tool. It's just a attachment. It's supposed to fit the stuff that I have here. So let's get the caps and things off and see if it fits on this easy link. First of all, when you stick this extension pole on, the little square drive, nothing holds it in the shaft, so it'll fall out. You gotta be careful with that. Let's get the sickle guards off here. It's kind of heavy. Feels like it. I looked at one of the, I think it was the Echo brand or Steel maybe, and this looks a whole lot like it. It's got a really good lock that for adjusting your angles on it. I guess that's what this is built for. It's got a whole lot of levers here. You have to release both of them, I guess, to get it to lock. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of cool, actually. Really well. Feels like it's pretty well made. And this is, I looked at all the reviews. I looked at least 20 reviews on this thing on Amazon, and they all got really good reviews. And what I'm wondering, the way this is designed, it looks just like a weed eater head. And I've got one of these trimmers that doesn't have the separator in the middle. It's just a solid shaft, and that looks just like the end that you can put on a solid shaft machine. And I'm wondering, can I take that steel that I've got over there and just hook this thing right on the end of that steel? I'll have to dig into that a little deeper. Looking at this, the way it goes on, that's a set screw. And apparently it goes in this hole. It's the only hole on it. So if you make that set screw line up, it puts the sickle bar on there sideways. You would think that you would want it sticking straight out from the trimmer, but I'm going to put it on here like the set screw shows. There we go. And see if that's the way it works. Let me get this tight. Well, there's a lot of reviews on this thing, and nobody says anything really bad about it, but every one of them talks about these grease fittings. And they said you really got to keep this thing lubed up or else it'll bind. So we're going to go ahead and get it topped off with grease. It looks like there's plenty showing in it, but we're going to fill it up just to see how much it'll hold, because it may be shipped dry. We tried this thing out, and it said to grease it before you use it. It's got a grease fitting on it. We put grease in it, and it kind of just crapped out everywhere, so I must have put too much in it. But when we first started this thing up, it wouldn't even move hardly. It acted like it was wedged or bound up somehow. So it's not a name brand anything. It's just some kind of, I guess, Chinese brand. I kind of like the little adjuster gizmo. You got to mash two buttons, I guess, to get it to move. But I'm going to get this thing started, and it's kind of rainy. I'm going to go around and see if I can find a little bit of brushy stuff to cut down with it. Needs to be a lot smoother. Kind of hard to do with the camera. This thing is heavy. I mean, I thought you could shorten it and move it up to here, but it's not made that way. It doesn't have that kind of a connection. But these broken shaft weed eaters are heavy anyway. I can't keep this handle square. I've tightened it up as tight as I can tighten it, and it won't stay square. I believe you can adjust whether that thing's straight or sideways. I'm not really sure. I got to do some feeling with it. It don't cut those hemlock branches worth of crap. It don't cut grass at all, and it cuts these little weeds, these little soft, tender weeds. It cuts pretty decent. But I think I fiddled with it and got it to cut one branch here. So far it's shaping up to be just kind of garbage. Locked up. Well, if you get the angle just right, I guess I ain't never used any kind of hedge trimmer before like this. If you get the angle just right, it cuts pretty good. But one hand you got way back here, and you have to hold the other hand about midways, or you can't. It's about hard to hold this stupid thing up. Maybe if this mid handle was down here a little bit, that would be a lot better if we had this handle down here. Same size looks like. Because it's sure, back here you got so much weight out on this end that between these two hands you don't have enough leverage. So you really need to have this handle moved down. I'm going to dedicate this just to this. All I ever run with this power head is I got a rotor tiller, a little brush cutter that goes on the end. And I think there's a couple other attachments built up, but we rarely use any of them. So I'm just going to probably just leave this on here. The main reason I was wanting, I got an apple tree, it has to be pruned. I haven't tried to trim it yet. And those hemlocks hang down in your face when you're mowing. So it's nice to get those out of the way. They'll slap the branch out every time you go by. But we'll have to see. Is it worth $60? It's about half the price of a name brand, of a Husqvarna or a Steel or something like that. About half the price. They make a machine that doesn't have this split shaft that you just put this head on. And what I'm really thinking about doing, I've got a straight shaft machine in there. It's not a two-piece. I thought about putting this power, this head just on the end of that straight shaft, make it just a little bit lighter. I don't know. The jury's still out. It says in the kit that you could use a short piece or a long piece, make it short or long. It actually shows this thing way up here on the attached to the end of it. But that's just not the case. There's no way to take this piece off and take this shaft out and put it here. At least that I know of. Might possibly be able to take this coupler off and disassemble the whole thing, but that doesn't look like an easy, quick deal. It seems okay. I mean, I tried it, and it's wet outside. I tried to run it the other day some too on one of them little crabapple trees, and it did cut it worth a crap. But I noticed today when I hold it more straight, it cuts a lot better. So maybe I was trying to do the whole thing. It's hard to do with a camera anyway. I was fumbling, but that's about all I got on this thing. I'll put a link to the attachment. The jury's out on this. We don't know if we're going to like it or not. I'll put a link to the attachment on my Amazon link in the description below. And for the price, I guess you just got a little bit of just basic trimming. I don't have any hedges. I'm just trying to prune trees with it. It'd be really great if you was reaching into like honeysuckles, I think, and scrape it right along the ground and cut those honeysuckles loose. I've got a little place, so I may try that on a sunnier day when it's not as wet. We'll give it a try. But we do appreciate you guys watching. Like our videos and subscribe to our videos if you can, because it helps us. It doesn't cost anything, it's free, but it sure helps us get our 1,000 subscribers that we need. And then we'll be on our way. We made a lot of videos, but we still only got just a little over 100 subscribers, and we need all the subscribers we can get. And it doesn't hurt, it doesn't take anything away from you, but it sure helps us. We do appreciate it, and stay tuned. It's been a while since we made a video. We'll try to get some more car stuff put together, but I just thought it'd be neat to try this thing out and show you guys what it done and was it worth it or not. So far, I don't see the value in it, but I might later on. You guys, thanks for watching. Stay clean.